What is going on, everybody? We're here. We're live for another day of Geeks and Gamers Daily on a Thursday. Jay, what's going on?
We got some interesting news from the president yesterday that he is signing. He signed something that's going to open up the auto industry. We talked about it earlier on today, and I'm wondering if Ryan is going to buy one of these $3,000. That's what they're advertising, like a $3,000, $4,000 micro EV to move around town. Like they're already like this is one of the cars that could be everywhere next year that everyone's going to be riding in, man. Also, like some of the cars from China, the Toyota and all them, the little tiny trucks that you only see overseas, they're all coming, man. They're like, you get a brand new Toyota truck for under 10 grand. It was a big thing yesterday.
I'm not gonna lie. If like depending on where you live and you know how far you normally like travel or commute or whatever, like legitimately it could make sense for some people. You know what I mean? Especially if you're living in a fucking big city or whatnot. I can never see myself fucking driving one of these gay things. Honestly, I just don't think it could happen. Man, you take that thing on the fucking highway, you take one bump from a pickup truck, you're done, bro. Look at how
I think so,
like,
yeah.
that thing's gonna be so tiny. Again, like if you are in a very fucking urban environment and that's the primary, like you might be going 5 or 10 miles or something, but it's all through the city. Maybe that does make sense, and maybe it is fucking cheap and very efficient for people. So if it works for you, fine. There's just no way I could see that. Jay, I've put in the past, I don't know, 4 years since I got my newest car. Remember, since you killed my old one.
Yeah.
Wait, when was that? 3 years ago? It wasn't even that. It was 3 years ago,
about
right?
3.
I've put about 60,000 miles on my car in that 3-year period. And I just, dude, I just, this couldn't be me. Couldn't be me.
Not at all. I wonder though, like in this next coming generation, if it's going to be the thing, you know?
It could make sense, dude. Look, cars are fucking expensive. Gas is fucking expensive. If that fit like my lifestyle in terms of how much I'm on the road or how far I have to go and that shit, like
what about this one? What about this one? So this one, according to like don't let it fool you. This thing is tiny, dude. It's like it's really small. But like now these are able to be sold in America. You know, like they're looking at like the 12, like, well, I don't know what they'll sell them in America, but like when they were talking to them, the reporters were asking questions and stuff. They're like, yeah, these trucks go for like $12,000 brand new. Now you're talking like there ain't no power windows on this or anything, you know. And they're like, somebody even mentioned that everyone's gonna have to learn to drive stick shift if you want some of these cars because There ain't no automatic transmission in a lot of these things. That's
I don't mind that.
This one's definitely decked out a little bit nicer, but you know, I was like, this is fascinating to see if like we're gonna see a complete shift in what people buy or drive because of affordability.
For me, when it comes to my car, it is all about like affordability and like realistically what fits with what I need. Would I like to be driving a fucking brand new like $80,000-$90,000 massive fucking truck or big SUV or whatever? Yeah, I don't need one. So, and that, like, cars are not for me something that I'm gonna make a decision on based on. I just think that would be cool or some shit. I go completely with what's realistic for me.
That's what most people should do, you know. Anyway, I've
not had a stick shift in a while though. You know what? What's that?
You could drive stick.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But I haven't had. It's been a while. It's been let me think. Probably 10 or 12 years since
it's been a while too.
Manual transmission. I would be fine hopping right in one. But you want to know the reason that I wanted to get rid of mine?
Traffic.
Well, look, it did get annoying having to constantly fucking shift when you're waiting in traffic, especially while I was in the military, waiting to get on a military base, the crazy traffic that happens in the mornings and the afternoons. But what really was the decision maker for me was that it was too difficult to text and eat while driving. That was the thing, right? Because I can do that now, right? I'm often texting and eating while driving. No fucking problems, automatic transmission. When I have to start to shift, it becomes a little bit of a problem. You know,
I get it.
Like that's for me when I'm like, you know what? It's just impeding too much on my life. Let's go back to automatic.
I'm just like, all right, one last one. People are like, these are now allowed to be sold in the United States. Nature is healing. Look at that. When I did some, travel out of the country, you see these little trucks everywhere, and they are little, dude. Like I was hoping like somebody would be standing next to one so you guys could see how tiny they actually are. I don't even think I'd be able to fit in this at all. So,
I mean, I don't think there's any problem with them being sold here. Like,
no, man. You know what I hope?
People want them.
This is what I hope. I hope that if these cheap little cars start to pick up a little bit, then maybe the nicer cars, the prices will start to drop to try to compete. That's what I hope. But maybe not.
Yeah, maybe
not.
I don't fucking know. Now my car's sitting there. The car that I got not that long ago after you killed my other one, Jay, was it's over it's like 91,000 miles now.
Yeah, you'll get another 100,000 easy.
Out of a Nissan, I mean, probably. But
yeah,
it's at the stage where you start worrying about shit breaking and all of that. But yeah, I'm gonna ride it till it dies, like 100%.
Like the last,
just like the last one. Just like the last one. We actually rode that till it died. That was crazy.
Good times, man. Good times.
It was not good times, Jay. It was miserable.
All right.
And it took us so long to get to where we needed to go because we needed to stop every 45 minutes because the car was overheating. Our 14-hour drive turned into 21 hours or something.
Yeah.
And then, first time, brand new fucking car. What happens when you get in?
I spilled coffee everywhere.
You spilled your drink all over.
Yeah.
Yep. Still haven't recovered. Had my nice car for like 2 seconds.
At least I got some nice iced coffee.
You got some of it in your mouth. A lot of it went in your back and on the ground. Lord Botha for $10. I know this isn't a nuts and bolts kind of or gaming kind of show, but Micron no longer making consumer products the biggest story of the year. Get ready for more console and PC price hikes. Gaming is cooked. I haven't even heard anything about it, Lord Botha, but here's a spoiler alert for everybody. Prices ain't going down for anything.
Yeah.
There's our spoiler.
That's the truth.
Alex Aerok for 2. S tier returns. Meta PC code RK Outpost. Drunk 3PO.
Shout out.
What's up, Alex? MMA Crease King. I saw Gina was in the gym. Is she fighting Ronda? I'll be real. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I will tell you, Gina has been in the gym a lot and training a lot. So speculation abound as to what that could possibly mean.
I don't know.
Don't ask us. Tobias Nexus Furry for 10. Really enjoyed Zootopia 2 last night. Great story, good writing, a lot of fun puns and visual references for adults and kids, and wrapped up without any orange man bad or girl boss agenda. There you go. It's our official furry review for Zootopia 2 from Tobias Nexus Furry. Says he liked it. I got no interest in Zootopia 2.
I'm looking forward to Five Nights at Freddy's. That's for sure. But I sent Ryan some of the early reviews, and people say it's crap.
Yeah, there's a lot of people being like, "This sucks. This sucks."
Yeah,
this
they're
sucks,
like a lot.
This sucks.
The thing is, that French they make these movies for a specific group of people that understand and like the franchise, and as well, like people didn't expect the first one to do as well. I think I was the only one that said, "You guys, I'm telling you, this thing's gonna make money because there's people that just love that franchise." And I should also tell you that, Ryan, you were at Halloween Horror Nights several times. The longest line, or one of, if it wasn't the first one, it was at least top 2, was the Five Nights at Freddy's haunted house to walk through. It wasn't even that scary. It's just that they had the set pieces up, and everybody wanted to go on that. Everybody wanted to go through that one. It was the longest line. I think for me, it was either that or the Friday the 13th one. Those two were incredibly long lines. While some of the lines there at Horror Nights were like 15, 20 minutes when I went for the other ones. But this one was always like 2 hours just to get through that. And there's definitely a lot of people that love this franchise. Listen, even that freaking spaghetti pizza went crazy. So
I think that was overrated, bro. I told you guys, it's like you made me eat that thing on camera, and it's all right. But look, I thought the first movie was fine. I'm not attached to the franchise. I've never played any of the games. I'm familiar with the people who have played the games and like the following that it has and the fan base it has. But I thought it was okay. I didn't think it was particularly scary. I don't think it's really meant to be, oh my gosh, the most scary thing you've ever seen. I think it's supposed to be a little creepy, a few jump scares here or there. But for the people that are fans of the franchise, look, this is exactly what people were saying about the first one when it came out.
Exactly.
It was getting shit on by the critics, and it did really well. You know what I mean? It did very well for what its budget was. I think they made a mistake in this second one, releasing it now, as opposed to maybe late October around Halloween. I think that would have worked out a lot better for them. But
I agree.
Yeah, man.
I agree. I think Halloween would have been perfect. People would have gone and rushed to see it, but I guess it just wasn't ready. I don't know. I don't know what the theory is behind release dates or whatever, but maybe they were like, maybe people don't want all the holly jolliness and they're just going to go see something different. So here we are. We're going to release it now. But yeah, look at this. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is overall terrible. I mean, it's just nonstop of like these critics saying this movie stinks. Like, it is the worst thing. Why did I waste my time? It goes on and on. But you were correct. They said that about the first one. I like the first one. I'm looking forward to this one. I might go see it tonight. Who knows? We'll see. It could absolutely be horrific, but I mean, these are low budget movies that don't have to make a lot of money to succeed. So
I do think this one's a bigger budget than the first one, which you often see with these fucking things.
Like the first one did so well, they kind of gave him a little more money to spend.
Yeah. So the first one had a 33% on Rotten Tomatoes from the critics, and obviously did very well at the box office for its budget. So it sounds like they're saying similar things about the second one. So who fucking knows, dude? I'll see it at some point. Like
this here, see, this This is Jonathan Sim. Five Nights at Freddy 2 will make fans happy. Imagine, though, if that's all you want to do is take an IP and make a movie that will make the fans of the franchise happy. You're not worried about the critics. You're not worried about whatever, you know? And it just says, yeah, it's like loud, it's mind-numbing, whatever, this and that. But this is the statement that you want. If it makes the fans happy, you will have return viewership. People will be excited. They'll watch the next one. That's just how it is. Imagine making a movie that will make the fans of the IP happy. Perish the thought.
Well, and remember too, the first one, they released it on the same day on the streaming service on Peacock for NBC.
Yeah.
So,
yeah,
like it was also very readily available for people to watch for relatively cheap at home, and it still did pretty well in the theaters.
Yes.
So, Yellow Flash manual is the anti-theft protection of the 2000s. Yeah, I guess somebody tries to jack your fucking car.
Bro, did you ever have to like pop the clutch to start the car?
Nope, never had to do that. Luckily, I did have to fucking push somebody's car in the parking lot of the restaurant I worked at when I was in high school because they needed to. But yeah, I never.
Yeah, I did a couple pushing to see if people could pop it. I did on my motorcycle once. That was kind of neat.
Yeah, I never had to do it, but I did it. I had to fucking push someone's like Trek Runner or something. It was those fucking little cars that were kind of like fucking Jeep Wranglers, but not really.
Yeah,
I forget what they were called back in the day. But so some chick I worked with who turned out to be a fucking lesbian. Weird story, but yeah. Sorry, David Smart Jr. for 5. I hope the Batman 2 crushes it because James Gunn could piss off. We got some news about the Batman 2,
bro. But the rumors of this buying and mergers and all this stuff, there's Paramount and Netflix, and now like Paramount's mad and Netflix. I mean, it's gonna be a wild ride, man, for this whole like sell-off of WB. And in the midst of all that, we get Scarlett Joe.
Scarlett Joe, huh? I've never heard that. I've heard Scar Joe. I've heard Scarlett Johansson, but I've never heard Scarlett Joe. ScarJo or Scarlett Joe or Scarlett Johansson in talks to appear in the Batman Part 2, possibly as a love interest or a villain or both. This came out of nowhere. Somebody told me during the stream, what do you think about the Scarlett Johansson news? Who do you think she's going to play? And I was like, where is that from? Like, what is some bullshit? And I look it up, and sure enough, Deadline exclusive from like an hour and a half before had just been posted. It's Scarlett Johansson going to be in the Batman Part 2.
Poison Ivy?
I think that's the immediate thing a lot of people will jump to, but I'm not sure. I genuinely don't fucking know. And who knows what Matt Reeves has cooking. Obviously, when you look at some of the interpretations of some of the characters from the Batman universe and that one, it's like the Riddler obviously was a very different take on the character than, you know, what we would have expected. So I think everything's fucking possible.
Did you like the Riddler in the first one?
I liked about 95% of him.
I liked it a lot.
I thought they went a little too far at the end with the fucking like autistic screeching stuff at the very end of the movie. But for the most part, I really enjoyed it. Little overboard in that prison scene at the end, I think. But yeah, dude, Scarlett Johansson, fuck Marvel. I'm going to DC. And not to join James Gunn's universe, to join Matt Reeves' universe. And this is coming off of Jurassic World Rebirth, which, although not a very good movie, obviously made a decent amount of money for them. I think this is all just an effort to make sure that Scarlett Johansson stays at the top of that highest grossing fucking actors list of all time, which I think she's it, right?
I couldn't tell you.
I think
as far as actors that made the most money.
Yeah.
I don't even I couldn't tell you. I have no idea what they make. The only thing I know is like Robert Downey Jr. like owned that list forever because he had ridiculous contracts with Marvel. So
I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about box office numbers.
Oh, box office. Yeah,
Yes.
that I don't. Maybe it was Jurassic Park. I thought you were talking about their salaries.
Yeah, like Samuel L. Jackson was at the top of it for a really long time. Let's see. Highest grossing actors. Scarlett Johansson becomes the highest grossing thing. And Nick, let me see if I can find it.
Yeah, I would not know.
Top 100 stars in leading roles. Number 1, Scarlett Johansson.
Wow.
Of all time. Number 2, Samuel L. Jackson. Number 3, Robert Downey Jr. So obviously, a lot of this is predicated by just Natasha Romanoff being in Iron Man Iron Man 2 and Winter Soldier and Avengers movies, all of that shit, right? As part of a group cast as opposed to just her movies making bank at the box office. But that's what it is. Overall, movies that Scarlett Johansson's been in, the worldwide box office, have made $15.4 billion total.
Jeez.
It was probably Jurassic World. It was probably Jurassic World that pushed her over Samuel L. Jackson.
Good for her, I guess. Seems like Samuel Jackson just made like a 5-minute cameo in a lot of those movies. Like some of it like end credit.
Hey, here's the number. And like so many of them are predicated on Marvel, right? When you look at it.
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson, Marvel, a huge part of that. Robert Downey Jr., Pratt. All Marvel. Zoe Saldana, Marvel and Avatar. Chris Pratt, Marvel movies, the main focus. Tom Cruise is the only one that's on this list that you're not looking at and is like, well, that's because of fucking Marvel. Chris Hemsworth, Vin Diesel, Fast and Marvel. Chris Evans. The Rock makes an appearance in some Fast movies. But yeah. Bradley Cooper, Tom Hanks, Johnny Depp, Pirates. Tom Holland's on that list. 10 billion.
It's like all Spider-Man.
Yeah, and Captain America Civil War and Infinity War and Endgame. Yeah. Emma Watson makes the list.
There's Will Smith.
Emma Watson makes the list with only 16 movies that she's appeared in. That's crazy. Because you've got the Harry Potter movies, which made a fuck ton of money, and then you've got the Beauty and the Beast one, which made like 1.5 billion or some shit. I mean, that alone, it's probably those numbers.
Hey, Scarlett Johansson, Samuel Jackson they got 70 movies, and he's number 2. That's Scarlett Joe, 36. Man,
what do you call her Scarlett Joe?
I don't know. I think I heard that somewhere. It's just kind of
no one has ever called her Scarlett Joe. It's Scarlett Johansson or it's ScarJo. No one in the history of the world until this stream on this day has said Scarlett Joe.
I'm a trendsetter. I don't know.
I don't
think the article here says that she could be the villain or the love interest or both.
Like, shocking. In this breaking news that came out, everyone immediately had a fucking take. Everyone's like, I've heard this. It's like, you didn't hear shit, motherfucker. This news just came out. Like, she could be
maybe she's just a secretary.
I don't know if 43-year-old Scarlett Johansson is going to be playing a secretary, but maybe.
You never know, man. That's all she could be. Maybe she's going to play like Vicky Vale, like the news reporter.
And Robert Pattinson getting some fucking on.
Bring in the old Vicky Vale.
Over on Rumble, Derek PG Beller says, Five Nights at Freddy's made specifically for the fans. The creator wasn't bothered that critics didn't like the first one because it was well received by the fans. So to him, all that matters is if fans like it.
I wish more people thought that way. You're probably getting a lot more better shows.
Copo for $5 on Rumble says, good morning, Americans. Good morning, Copo.
Good morning.
Derek PG Beller for another $1 says, never forget the first Five Nights at Freddy's movie grossed more than the Marvels, despite having 1/10 of the budget and same day release on Peacock.
Really?
I guess.
That ought to tell you something. You make something for the fans to enjoy, then they'll show up. What a crazy concept. All I could think about is Star Wars. Yeah.
Also on Rumble, Stephen Strange, Jay told me to call it SS Season 5. No, he fucking didn't. Everyone in their super chats, when they're referring to Stranger Things, keeps saying SS instead of ST.
I said that? I don't think I've ever said that.
Yeah, I think he's trolling me.
Oh, okay.
Because it's pissing me off.
How is SS Season 5?
I will say, I've been waiting, okay? I've been waiting a long time. A long time to for Stranger Things, the numbers to come out for this premiere, because I got a big fucking argument, Jay. I don't know if you remember this or not, over a month ago with Jay and with Beardo, like on this stream about Stranger Things. Because I don't care if you care about it or not. I don't care if you like hate the show, never watch it, whatever. I said, look, because there was a take out there was like, it's over, the hype is over. I'm like, that is such total bullshit. It is going to be one of the biggest things that Netflix has ever seen, period. And the little theatrical limited release that they're doing, it's going to fucking sell out, and it's going to be massive for people.
I don't think I got into an argument with you. I just wasn't
sure.
Didn't.
No, you didn't.
Yeah,
it was not you. It was on a daily where I was not supposed to be there, and I had to come in because I was so offended. These people were so fucking wrong, and I just set them straight. And you know what? A bunch of people in this chat right now argued with me. They took Beardo's side. They said, "Ryan, you don't know what you're talking about." As usual, I know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. And yeah, Stranger Things, the second biggest premiere of all time, next to only Squid Game, the biggest English-speaking premiere of all time. And the theaters sold out within minutes, to the point where they had to add more screenings. And even when I was trying to pull up those screenings last night, Jay, the system was so overloaded. You were just sitting there recycling over and over again. So regardless of whether you like it or whether people hate it, it's pretty big.
I mean, I predicted that Five Nights at Freddy 1 was going to do very well. And a lot of people said I was crazy. So, you know, you also predicted that Barbie was going to do well, or Wicked, and people thought you were crazy because they're like, it's just woke trash. Got to follow the what the fans want. That's another movie that was made for the fans, the Wicked movie. So it's like, yeah, their fan base is going to show up. Imagine if they made Star Wars for the fans. That fan base would have shown up. You know, it's like, but they didn't. They made it for whatever reason. I don't know why. They just made it to change stuff, and then people walked away. So hopefully there's good lessons to be learned in all this. But probably not.
Jedi Ben says, Ryan, the narcissist, is always right. I really don't think that I'm a narcissist. However, I do really enjoy being right. I really enjoy being right.
Yeah, I don't think you're a narcissist. I don't think so. I've spent enough time with you.
I think I can totally understand why people would have that perception, like based off some clips or me yelling at people or whatever. The truth is, I think I'm about as far from that as possible.
Listen, Ryan's nice, man. He buys voodoo donuts for everybody that nobody eats.
I bought donuts twice for people, and now it has become some like.
And then donuts ain't cheap, man. Those are expensive, and they're massive. If you eat one of those voodoo donuts, it's like eating half a bag of cement. It sticks with you all day. But they're good. I cannot lie. Freaking amazing donuts.
They're really good. I mean, you can't have too many of them.
Turn your man card in if you can't drive stick. Over here, it's mandatory to learn manual to get your license. Turkey, I believe, right? I got that right? Mm-hmm. I think it makes you a better driver. If they started selling like, you know, you start telling these young people you can get a brand new car for $4,000, but you got to drive stick. You wonder if they all start buying this car, if the accident rate might drop because now they can't text at the same. They can't be on their staring at their phones their whole time and all that stuff because they got to worry about shifting gears. You wonder if that'll make a cultural shift in this country.
I'll find a way. I think we should have. You want me to be honest? I think that everything should be like merit-based everywhere for everything. So I think that you should be allowed to text and drive right? It should be completely and totally fucking legal, like whatever. You can't get in trouble for it. As long as you can pass a test showing that you're able to do it proficiently. Like if I can text and drive better than some stupid old bitch, some 80-year-old cunt who's fucking on the road for some reason, even though she shouldn't be anymore, I think I should be allowed to do that. I think that me distracted driving is better than most people on the road. So why should I be fucking held to these rules and standards when no one else is being held to those standards? Some fucking old bitch who just gets her license renewed because she can prove that her eyesight's okay, even though she has no business being on the road. Fuck you. Why do you get to drive like shit, but I can't drive better than you while texting? Not fair.
Yes, you are held to the lowest standard when it comes to stuff like that.
Yes. The upcoming Metroid game looking bleak. Not only are one character one character cringe, all the NPCs are. Look at the Kids Bop Comic Sans of Metroid. I'm not a huge Metroid person, period, but I don't like anything about the new one. I drive a 13-speed W900 KW Cummins diesel. I don't need to be worried about avoiding running over those gay mini trucks from China. It's the carnivore trucker. Doug B, my son loves Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yes.
Tobias next furry for 10. Me and Red will be doing an actual review tonight live on my channel around 8 p.m. But still trying to formulate a way to really talk about it without spoilers. Hope Steph keeps her promise to repost it. I don't know what you agreed to with Steph, but I hope she does too.
Good for you, man.
Bungles Twanger takes 3 people to sub for y'all. Jay and Ryan S tier. What does that mean? Takes 3 people to sub for y'all. What does that mean?
I think Wednesday they have 3 or 4 people on the show. When it's just me and you, it's just 2. So the 3 people that are on the show on Wednesday makes 2 of us.
I think there was 4 people yesterday. Like, my God, how pathetic. Cole Hauser for 5. It's the regular show episode Fuzzy Dice where they had Five Nights at Freddy crew. The FBI took out that crew. Regular show predates Five Nights at Freddy's. I don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't either. I'm a little lost on that one.
David Smart for 2. I would drink Scarlett Joe bathwater. Minister in Wrong Think. All you guys next time on the Angry Scarlett Joe show.
Scarlett Joe, baby.
Rumor, Ryan could be angry, happy, or both. Yeah, it's usually both. Maximus, Scarlett Joe, Gifty, 199.
It's a thing. I knew it.
It's not a thing.
Scarlett Joe. When I see her, I'm going to be like, yo, Scarlett Joe, what's up? She'll probably have me arrested. Yeah.
I mean, Scarlett Joe sounds like a fucking pirate or something.
Hey, man. Maybe she'll be in the next pirate movie. Ladybug for 2. Ryan was right, Tax. Beardo fat. As always. As always.
As always. Beep, beep, boo, boo, man for a buck.
Yes.
Snacks, is Scarlett Joe what Jay spilled in Ryan's car?
It was actually iced coffee. Listen, man, I got a thing with iced coffee. I don't know. I can never get it right. When we stopped at a gas station for me to fill up on iced coffee, there's a giant bug. Like, I had it. I was ready to go to pay for it. And like this giant bug out of nowhere just floated to the top of the cup. It was very bizarre. Had to throw it all out. It was awful.
That was with Jeremy, right?
Yeah, you were there too. Yeah, I never heard you laugh so hard.
It was really funny.
That was with listen, that was when we stopped for gas. It was me and you in the car. Jeremy picked some run-down, busted-up redneck gas station where the bathrooms had yellow tape. You couldn't even get into the bathroom.
And there was a great fucking gas station right across the street.
I walked over to like the big, the giant Walmart gas station that was right. I was like, what are you doing in this dump, dude? I'm going to the other one.
I mean,
crazy.
I just, maybe that reminded him of his trailer at home or something. Is that like, is that what it was? I don't fucking remind him of his childhood. Me and Jay just wanted to go to like a reasonable place.
He still messed up my iced coffee.
Little Orphan Fun. Oh, sorry, I didn't read this. River Miles, Ryan would be disqualified from ordering fast food. No, I'm perfectly fine. It's the stupid fucks that serve me that would be disqualified from living life or having jobs. That's the type of society that I'm looking to live in. Okay. One where incompetent people don't get to exist anymore. Little Orphan Funkhauser, Scarlett Jo will be in SS Season 6. Salute Don 3PO.
Scarlett Jo.
Wally Reyes, who's the better driver, Ryan or Jeremy?
Oh, easy, Ryan. Easy. Jeremy thinks he's freaking driving in the Grand Prix every time he gets on the highway. He just blows his horn. He doesn't stop. He'll be a victim of road rage, sadly. That's what happens. And then he like mashes the gas and then slams on the brake constantly. Ryan is fast too, but he's more like smart about it. It's very calculated. He could like see 3 moves ahead. So anytime, like if they're both driving and they're like, "Hey Jay, get in," I'm getting in Ryan's car. Getting in Ryan's
Jay
car.
doesn't like to drive with me.
Yeah.
And I like, I don't know. I still drive pretty fucking quick.
I know, but it's like calculated. Like you could see it. Like he's just, and he speeds up behind somebody. Then he blows his horn, and then he gets over and stares at him, and then it speeds up to the next guy all the way up to his back. Stops, blows his horn. Then it's like that's not how you do it, man. You got to be strategic in how you cut in and what lane you're in and all that stuff.
It's a lot of you know what I mean? Like, yeah. But he does get there quick. He does get there quick. So you got to give, that is the most important part at the end of the day. Jay, we gotta fucking talk about things. We've been going 37 minutes and we got places to be after this.
Yeah.
So we should get to some. You brought it up earlier, Jay. You talked a little bit about all the chaos surrounding Warner Brothers. We've had a lot of reports come out as these second and third bids in some cases have come out from Paramount, from Comcast, and from Netflix, all in an effort to buy Warner Brothers. And it's looked for the past couple of days like Paramount has the edge. They've got the funding from a couple Saudi funds. It looks like they want to buy the whole kit and caboodle, and like they're kind of the leaders in the clubhouse when it comes to that, and when it comes to how easy it would be for it to get it approved, as opposed to something like Netflix. Well, now all of a sudden we start hearing that Paramount is saying that Warner Brothers is conducting an unfair war and that David Zaslav is against a merger with Paramount and really wants to sell to Netflix. And so they're ignoring their offers. There's all this stuff out there right now. But there's also a lot of stuff out there about the future of the DC universe.
Yeah.
Especially in regards to if Paramount buys it. Changes to DC Studios leadership could happen if the Ellisons buy Warner Brothers. And you've even got the the cringe Stan Shill accounts, like everything DCU. James Gunn and Peter Safran may not have full control of DC Studios if Paramount buys Warner Brothers. And so now here we are. And look, the reality is, as much as everybody tried to spin Superman as some giant success, including different outlets trying to counteract or counter-inform their audiences based off real reports, like in Forbes, because somebody wanted to shill for James Gunn's Superman and lie about how much it made. We've seen all this stuff. We've seen the social media activity trying to convince everybody that it was like the biggest smash hit of the year, when it just wasn't. It was a little disappointing for a lot of people. And now here we are, where not even a year removed from Superman, we're a couple months removed from the first big entry into the new DC universe, and already the future is uncertain. And
crazy.
A lot of it comes from, and by the way, Cosmic Book News, Matt McGloin's been having a bunch of stuff out there about a lot of this, but a lot of it has to do with it being potentially bought by Paramount. Paramount already are making plans for what they want to do in the DC universe before they've even bought it. It includes going to the director of weapons and saying, hey, what would you want to do in the DC universe? Okay, good. We can make that happen. We can make that happen for you. With no regard to anything that they have planned for James Gunn and Peter Safran's DC universe, like at all. And we're hearing so much news about the possibility of Zack Snyder returning and the DCEU. And I think a lot of that stuff is a little bit far-fetched. I think people are getting their hopes up a little bit for those things.
Zach ain't helping, though. Zach is he's fueling this whole thing because it seems like every single day he's posting a Snyderverse photo on his Instagram, his social media, and just like he's just throwing it out there.
I do want to be clear. He's also posting stuff from Rebel Moon. Those don't get quite as much attention as when he posts behind the scenes from BVS. So, but you're not wrong. But the thing is, these conversations wouldn't be happening if Superman had been as well received as the media would like to pretend it was. Like, look, this is Warner Brothers of course they went around and lied to everybody about it. Of course they tried to pretend it was a massive success, just like Disney does with everything, just like all these companies do with everything, especially for Warner Brothers. Do you know why? They're trying to fucking sell it.
Yes.
So of course you want people to think that it was a smash hit. So of course you'll lie to people. Of course you'll have some social media bots that are fucking paid activists go out there and spread shit about it. But the truth is, we would not be having conversations still about the potential return of Zack Snyder's DC universe if James Gunn's DC universe between Superman and Peacemaker had actually been well received. We just wouldn't.
Correct. Now this is this the Warner Brothers? I mean, Paramount is what they say Trump is pushing to get to, right? That's the Trump one. Is Paramount? Now, which one is involved with the Saudis? It's Paramount, right?
So initially, reports linked Comcast in them. Now it's Paramount, and a couple different. I think Saudi, Abu Dhabi, maybe Qatar, a couple Middle Eastern.
Saudi, Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
Eventually, they're going to own it, or at least have a piece in it. Someone in the Middle East is going to have it. I still root for Comcast.
I think that's a relatively, just to be clear, I think it's a relatively small portion. I think
it's
going to be by
they're bringing the cash. They're like, we'll loan you a couple $1 billion in cash. What do you want that in a briefcase, or you want it in a zip bag? Let us know. I'm still hoping for Comcast. I want Comcast to get it only because I'm a theme park snob, and I think they could do wonders at Universal Studios, at the theme parks. With the control, not the control, but they already have Harry Potter. I'd say they could remove the Marvel land and put a whole DC thing going on in there. So I think that would be pretty cool. Do you have a percentage if it gets sold to any one of these companies? Do you have a percentage? I think it's 50-50 that James Gunn is out. Once they sell it, they're like, we'll let you get a couple more because Supergirl's coming up next. And there's no way Supergirl will do better than Superman. Is it? Could that be? Could that be possible? So it's you got Supergirl coming up next, and maybe they're just we'll let them finish this film. But in the meantime, we're going to be working on a killer DC universe stuff. Once you drop your films and Matt Reeves and all that stuff gets done, we're going to reset and do the whole thing.
If you want to know my personal opinion, I think that it was 50-50 on Gunn as the future of the DC universe past 2027 without it being sold. With it being sold, I think it's certainly a lot less certain. That's a stupid sentence, but yeah, for sure.
Well, it's not looking good for him anyway.
At
least he'll get 3 of his films done, I guess.
Cole Hauser for 2. How do you guys not know the regular show? I do know the regular show, but I don't know what you're talking about. The connection with Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm just not sure about that. Brian Grumps, Scarlett Joe, Sam Jack, Chrissy Vans, Rob Downs.
Scarlett Joe. I swear I heard that from you're going to hear it from somebody else. That's not me. And you're going to be like, Jay was right.
Zenny Biscuit for 5. EVs are definitely geared more towards folks like me. Don't drive more than 30 minutes from home in a rural area. I'll stick with my 2021 Nissan Frontier. I think, I certainly that could, if you never drive more than 30 minutes or 20 minutes, certainly it could work for you. I think for those specific ones, those smaller ones, I think in the city, that's where I think
live in New York
that are living in big fucking cities. And obviously you're always trying to worry about parking and all that shit. And that to me is where it would kind of make the most sense to have one of those. You better not have anybody with you if you go to the fucking grocery store, because you're not gonna be able to fit anything in that trunk.
Yeah, that's true.
Tobias, didn't they try having Samus talk in Other M and it horribly backfired. Not to mention completely glossing over why Ridley scared her so badly she couldn't even fight him when they met in that game. I don't know. I'm the wrong person to ask.
Yes.
Beardo drives stick with his butt, is Tommy.
Yo, that's messed up. Pretty funny though. I learned stick on 3 on the Tree. My grandpa's old truck, Chevy.
Well,
he had that thing till he died, man. That freaking old Chevy, just never got rid of it.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'm going to have my car till it dies, not till I die, but you never know which comes first.
That's true.
Vlad the man. Hurrah! Jay, are you a strong, independent woman?
Sure.
Wow. Jedi Ben, I don't think you're a narcissist, Ryan, but you've caught that both times in chat, LOL. I listened to Jay for positivity and you for unbridled rage. All love from Indiana, brother.
Shout out.
Thank you. We're in Indiana, Jedi Ben. Northwestern Indiana, like me. Ariel, Jay is always right. Scarlett Joe Nation.
Scarlett Joe, baby.
I don't like Scarlett Joe. Flem Nasty. What episode was it where you were yelling at Beard about Stranger Things? I want to see someone yell at a fat person today. It is clipped out on the Geeks and Gamers 2 channel. It's from a little over a month ago. And the thumbnail is me in my Egyptian headdress with Stranger Things on the left. So I don't know.
Go enjoy.
Look, I replied to like a bunch of fucking people in that comment section yesterday. Because I was fucking pissed about that because I knew I was right. I knew it was going to be massive. I knew the theater thing was going to be great. And these fucking idiots that were saying the opposite, like they just pissed me the fuck off because they were so wrong and they were going to be so wrong. So I waited until it comes out. The ratings actually come out. The fucking theaters sell out in minutes. And I had some fun in the replies, just letting people know from their comments a month ago who were so certain that I would be wrong, how fucking stupid they were. I had to, had to, Jay.
Sometimes you just gotta.
Look, somebody said it on my stream yesterday. Stone Cold's Beer Cooler, I think, said it. They're like, you really think that Ryan wasn't going to spike the football? And that is perfect. I am not a Barry Sanders or Walter Payton where I'm going to score a touchdown. I'm going to hand the ball to the referee and jog back to the sidelines. I'm going to Gronkowski spike that shit and let you fucking know that I scored. Even when you thought I couldn't. I'm petty that way, Jay.
I've never had that moment in life.
See, Garrett Wright says Stranger Things is nowhere near as big as it was. Those are the kind of takes that people had, and that is retarded. And the reason I'm saying that is because some people are like, it's not nearly the big thing it was back in season 1. Season 4 was the biggest season of Stranger Things. Period. Season 5 is bigger than season 4. This is the highest viewed season of all time. More people are watching it than ever. So you're just wrong. It's quite literally bigger than it's ever been. That doesn't mean that it's good. That doesn't mean you care about it. That doesn't mean that, you have to like it. It doesn't mean anything like that. It is completely not based on your opinion about the show. It's based on fucking reality. It's based on the truth. And if you look, it might not be in your algorithm because you don't fucking care about it. But
spike that ball, baby.
Because I do care about it. Instagram is fucking full of a million Stranger Things edits all the fucking time. That's everything that's in my feed right now. So you don't have the proper perception of how big it actually is. And that's why I was saying a month ago that all y'all motherfuckers saying that were wrong. And that's why I'm here now standing, like taking my fucking victory lap, standing on top of the podium, because once again, I can look outside the bubble at other things that are going on in our fucking world rather than this little corner of the internet.
The truth is, you can get yourself into an algorithm that tells you exactly what you want to hear constantly. So if you're in an algorithm that says it's going to fail, it sucks, and here's why, then yeah, if that's all you hear, then that's definitely in your algorithm. My algorithm is filled with women riding motorcycles for some reason.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't have that in my algorithm. All right.
Maybe that's why I don't know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on.
Well, you know what's going on with Disney? You're the Disney expert.
Yeah. Expert might be the wrong word there, but I tend to know some things.
Where the fuck is the... I can't even freaking... Oh, here it is. I accidentally put the Five Nights at Freddy thing on there. That's why I didn't see it. All right. Get out of there. Get out of there. Jay, after a long run as CEO and then a couple years off during COVID so the stock could collapse and he can come back. And now a couple more years at CEO. The Bob Iger journey, the Bob Iger reign is coming to an end. Disney's succession race enters final stage as Iger's reign draws to an end. Company's expected to promote from within, with Parks chief Josh D'Amaro and TV head Dana Waldron considering the leading contenders. And it really does feel like it's going to be Josh D'Amaro.
Yeah.
Who's in charge of Disney Parks. That's always kind of felt like he was the leader in the clubhouse for that. And as somebody who's quite familiar with the parks, are people happy with Josh D'Amaro right now?
They're not happy with Josh D'Amaro at all because the theme parks are being pretty much like all the old Walt Disney stuff. Some of the classic stuff is being destroyed or taken out. But you can't deny the fact that the theme parks are the only division at Disney right now that is making a ton of money. They keep raising the prices. They keep overcharging for stuff. And yet, even though a lot of people might complain online, people still spend thousands of dollars and they go. So the parks are always crowded. The hotels are always packed and people are paying, even though they say they'll never be back and they'll never spend that kind of money again. For whatever reason, they still keep coming back and spending that kind of money. For me, the only way to enjoy a Disney park is if you're a local and you can get that annual pass, because other than that, the amounts of money that people are shelling out just going there for a weekend is it's crazy high. Like you could probably go to Egypt and back flying not coach and have a better experience. But as long as people keep paying for it, they'll keep going. So on paper, I would say he probably might be the best one, because if you look at every other division, there's a lot of money being made there. And you want to know the dumbest thing? I've shared this before. Did you know I stood in line with this guy for almost 45 minutes on I didn't even know who he was. Years ago, on the opening of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, he dressed like a cast member and got in line. It's in the video on Park Hoppin'. And we had a slight conversation. We had a conversation. He was asking about the part, and I told him why I didn't like Galaxy's Edge. Freaking Josh D'Amaro, dude. And I didn't know who it was. So anyway, long story short, I'm recording the Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. He's next to me in line. He's in the video. When I pan around, he's in the video, just kind of standing off. I did another video on Park Hoppin' of me and my conversations with Josh and showed some of the still imagery of him being in line and acting like a cast member and helping people into the anyway. When they closed Disney for COVID, and it was the last night at Magic Kingdom, I went and recorded the fireworks. And we were walking out. I saw this guy. He had big Mickey hands on, and he was shaking everybody's hand. I snapped a picture and put it in the Park Hoppin' group chat. I was like, who the freak is this guy? I stood next to him in line for 40 minutes and had a conversation with him. And they're like, you don't know who that is? I was like, I have no clue. They're like, he's the guy that runs the theme parks. I was like, you telling me this whole time I could have had an in-depth interview with Josh D'Amaro for Park Hoppin', and I freaking blew it because I didn't know who it was? Yes, Jay. Yes. But anyway.
You want to hear something crazy, though? Even if Josh D'Amaro does take over, I feel like we've heard this before, and it didn't exactly work out well. The next CEO of Disney is expected to work alongside Bob Iger for a while to learn the ropes before officially taking over. Close to the Disney board.
Wow. You know what Josh D'Amaro's doing now?
He's trying to put out the fires of people that are upset of all the things they're taking away and not adding to the theme parks.
They're doing a new project where they are buying up acres of land and building building communities that people called storybook living, where you can buy one of these elegant Disney homes and everything is camped around in a community. The schools there, the grocery stores, they have way of life stuff there. Like you could do artwork. The Mickey characters are all going to be there for your kids. It's kind of like a utopia, and they're selling out, man. There's one in Arizona. There's going to be one in the Carolinas, and they're just buying like these places out in the middle of nowhere and just building these communities for people to live and never leave.
I mean, I guess they tried that a while ago. A lot of those fucking places down there in those areas were supposed to be those, like, these Disney fucking communities that eventually didn't work out, that they just got sold to a bunch of other people. So who knows?
One in Arizona seems to be cooking well. We've been keeping an eye on it, just seeing.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the homes start at like $1.2 million, $1.3 million.
Well, that's Disney's new policy, right? They don't have as many audience members, so they're charging more from the people that they still do have. That's what's happening at the theaters. That's what's happening on streaming. That's what's happening at the parks. And we'll see how long that's sustainable. But one of the funnier things I saw from this, Jay, were people saying that Alan Bergman is not likely to replace Bob Iger.
Yeah, I saw this.
He's never been likely to replace Bob Iger. He's never been one of the major candidates. I don't know why this is fucking news. But because Alan Bergman was one of the people, along with Bob Iger, that was involved in shooting down the hunt for Ben Solo, you've got all these stupid, retarded Acolyte fans and Raylos and these fucking queers, these Disney Star Wars queers. This is how we win. Hashtag the hunt for Ben Solo. These fucking losers, these pronoun in bio fucking I can't say the word I want to say. These losers think that this means they're getting their fucking movie. Alan Bergman was never in the fucking running for this. It has been Josh D'Amaro and Dana Waldron for over a year now. But these people are retarded, which is why they're Disney Star Wars fans.
It's pretty funny.
But yeah,
I if I was a betting man, I would bet on Josh.
I've said that from the beginning, but the thing is, here's the problem though, because it felt like he was going to be the guy. And then what happened was that a year or two ago at like D23 or whenever, when he came out there to reveal their big grand plans for the theme parks, and he got fucking booed off the stage.
Yeah.
So it's tough because you are right. The parks are making money, and historically parks have been a place where they do like promote from within. Bob Chapek was a park guy though. That didn't work out very well for them. But is it making money because they're doing the best job that they can and that everybody's really happy with what they're doing? Not really. It's making money because it's a fucking megalith. It's just fucking massive. And a lot of people, a lot of longtime Disney fans have a big problem with what's happening in the theme parks. So.
That is true.
SCDB, hail from I-4 West. There's no traffic, Jay. I feel lied to.
Really? No traffic. Good for you. I'm always on traffic on I-4.
It just depends on the time. Flem Nasty for 5. Ooh, yes. With Iger leaving, how does that change ESPN? Who's going to cry to him about how Pat Mack hurts their sad, pathetic feelings? I don't know. You know, sometimes, Jay, I think that with everything going on at Disney, they'd just be better off like letting AI write all of their shit. You know what I mean?
I agree. Yes.
Maybe they should be listening to Geeks and Gamers Daily, where if they need something like that, we got a deal for them. With the huge advancements of AI, it's become a massive part of so many people's day-to-day lives. And with that comes its own concerns. Did you know that Sam Altman recently said that ChatGPT can now reference all your past conversations? Is that something that everyone's comfortable with? An AI having complete and total knowledge and memory of all of your thoughts, all your business ideas, all these questions that you may or may not want to ask it? And more importantly, what are they doing with that information? Sam Altman said that ChatGPT will get to know more about your life. ChatGPT is the former director of the NSA sitting on the board. Alexa listens to you and recommends products based on your conversations. Well, Venice.ai lets you use AI without handing over your sensitive information. Venice utilizes leading open source AI models to deliver text, code, and image generation to your web browser. There's no downloads, no installation, or anything. They don't spy on you or censor the AI. Messages are encrypted, and your conversation history is only stored in your browser. AI can be extremely valuable, but we shouldn't need to give up privacy to use it. The Venice Pro plan unlocks the full platform features, including PDF uploads for summaries or insights, the ability to turn off safe mode for unhindered image generation, and the ability to change how Venice interacts with you by modifying the system prompt, limitless text, and high image limits. If you want to use AI without fear of handing over your most intimate thoughts to a corporation or the government, you can get 20% off on a pro plan using my link, venice.ai/GG, or use code GG. Again, that's venice.ai/GG and use code GG for 20% off a pro plan today.
There you go. So thank you, Jay, for the reminder. I almost forgot that we had to do the ad read today. That was my bad.
I'm on it.
My bad. But, Jay, we are done for the day. What do you got going on?
I got a little special park hopping live stream coming up with some guests. That's about it. Gonna kick off like a new era of park hopping. Something like so. Make sure you watch.
Yeah, I might
Not
be there
exactly
too.
Sure when the live will be, but it probably be around the 1:30, 2 o'clock time, maybe roughly around that time.
Yeah, I can't wait. I love people. Yes, that is it. Thanks for hanging out with us today, guys. We will talk to you later and check out Park Hoppin' this afternoon for a big surprise. One Armed Wolf for 2 says Ryan likes men. I don't, but thanks. There's very few people I like, period. But that's it. Bye, everybody. Have a good day.
Take care.